Exit plan. So now you're getting ready to sell the property. What is your exit plan? Tips. When you sell, you want to get BOVs, broker opinion values. You want to get more than one. Tip here is if the broker you bought the property from, still in business, still doing that, you want at a minimum to give them the opportunity to sell your property, provided they did a good job for you, right? If they didn't, you know what? I've had a couple brokers that, frankly, I would just say, very rare, have been jerks, complete jerks. I'm not do business with them. I don't care. I don't care what the customary uh, aspect is that I get you to sell my property since I bought it from you. It's silly. And if you're a jerk, I'm not going to do that. But get more than one BOV, compare them independently. You want to get a kind of current value if you're depending what you're doing, right, on a sale, and then future value. So maybe you're just trying to get an idea what the market is today. Property is only 70% occupied, but you want the broker to tell you what do you think it's going to be if it's 90% occupied, 95% occupied. Refinance or recap. So you're going to refinance the property. Lots of stuff with a refinance too. Um, Potentially with fees and stuff too that you need to account for more than you think. And I've seen examples where there were a couple guys that were refinancing a property and like this is how much money we need to bring in. It was a cash in refi, and I'm like, send me what you're looking at because it seems too low for one. And lo and behold, they were missing all kinds of things, like including they had to pay 6 months of property taxes, and I think it's 12 months of insurance. They didn't even count for any of that. It's like $380,000 between those two. It's like they were $380,000 underestimating just on those two items alone of what they would need to bring to the closing table on a refi. Pretty significant mistake. And they had other issues on that as well. Supplemental loan is more, not all loan types support it, but if it does, you have a property, you own it, and maybe the NOI, value has gone up over time, and you go back to the lender, it's the same lender, by the way, not a different lender, same lender, and you say, hey, I'm looking at doing a supplemental loan. How much money could I get? And generally speaking, it's going to be 100% of basis points higher on a rate or more than what your loan is right now. And the duration of the supplemental loan will end at the exact same time as the original loan. So if you have 3 years left in your original loan, you get 3 years on the supplemental loan. We did a supplemental loan on a purchase. We bought a property, and also at the same time of closing, we did a supplemental loan. Pretty difficult to do in this environment today, almost unheard of, but you can do that. But that's an advantage of some of the loans where you can do a supplemental loan, pull the cash out because value's been added. Get with your CPA early, even on the sale aspect of it, um, things like that. So with that, definitely appreciate you going through the 7 steps. If you really think about the steps that are there and go through them, you see it's not that much different, really from a step standpoint compared to even a single family home purchase. There are some steps different, especially raising capital, but I will tell you there are 1,000 nuances that are different between. I'm just simple things, right? You don't think about buy a single family home. I don't assume the contracts, for example, that the multifamily property has because the multifamily property is more of a business, right? So the whole goal is to be able to learn what you want to do, learn what you want in life, right? And then putting things in place and progressing. Progress it compounds, right? It doesn't happen overnight, no matter what you're doing. But understanding that we've been through a lot of hard times, frankly, in multifamily, a lot of really good, successful times in multifamily as well. I have a much different business approach on doing deals in the future. These are the steps to the process with some tips here and there. But knowing what to do in the future on how to buy deals, how to structure deals, how to go, for what type of loans to get, tax implications, how to set up partner structures, locations where you want to buy. We're in 15 states. Where would I buy again? Where would I never buy again? And understanding the structure as far as cash flow versus value add and what makes the most sense in a given environment. Very, very important. No problem with me sharing my tough lessons learned. Hopefully you picked up on that. I have a masterclass in it as well where I share just all lessons learned. And I also have a book. And it's not a rah-rah look at me book. It's about a 250 page book about 50 lessons learned, what I would do differently. In each case, there's a lesson example and a lesson learned and what I would do differently. So if you have questions, if you're looking for help, I consult to help people on multifamily deals, coach people. If you're looking to invest potentially in deals, just reach out to me. It's info@thinkmultifamily.com. And I really, truly wish you the best success. Take care.